What's going on, folks? Welcome back to more esports talk. You know, a video that I've been waiting on for quite some time. Ever since about a week and a half ago, the movement did begin again, that being the unban or free Jarvis movement. If you guys remember, this is how crazy this world has been over the past year. We are approaching nearly the year mark of Jarvis being permanently lifetime banned from Fortnite for using cheats or hacks to make content, which is a pretty crazy moment in itself. And it was actually re-brought to light a few weeks back, or a couple weeks back, because of Fortnite cheaters taking off during FNCS. It was actually first we talked about a falsely banned Fortnite pro known as Waffles, who has ever since been unbanned because of an agency known as Carter Pulse. I'll actually talk about them more in a minute here, but why this actually did resurface as the hashtag free Jarvis movement yet again was a week and a half ago when we saw another Fortnite cheater being exposed publicly and obviously on Twitter by many pro players, that being an up-and-coming, if you want to call him, competing player. It's really tough to designate a Fortnite player as a competitive player, a pro, a player, a creator. It's very difficult, known as Kona, as he was exposed and eventually banned. There was a lot of pro players who called for free Jarvis, because if there are pro players out there or competitive players who can get away with competing and cheating and then even come back with a short-term ban, they think that Jarvis should also be unbanned. Now back to bringing in Carter Agency, or Carter Pulse, an agency out there that actually helped Waffles get unbanned. In case you guys were curious how they did it, they did just about everything else that people were talking about. They literally showed Epic Games the rule book and how their client, or I'm not really sure if he's a client or just, you know, they actually reached out to help him out, that being Waffles, saying he did not intentionally use the exploit. If you guys remember, he actually ran into the exploit because he killed someone who had the exploit, and then blatantly just said that he followed the rules by playing the game out. That's all they had to do, and it told Epic Games, yo, the ball's in your court. And you know what the ball did? They unbanned Waffles. And if you guys want to touch back on my first video, it was actually crazy, the exchange that Waffles had with Epic staff about his ban, trying to explain to them that this is not, I didn't do anything wrong, I followed the rules. It's funny how when an agency like Carter Pulse gets involved, all of a sudden Epic Games is like, oh, yeah, we fricked up. Yeah, let's unban it. Like, what if you're a player out there that doesn't have an agency willing to represent you? I'm not going to get heated about this. I want to focus on one main point, as that same agency has now reached out to Jarvis ever since that event and asked if he wanted help as well. And why I bring this up is because I talked about this many months ago, and shortly following the ban of Jarvis, as FaZe Clan and themselves admitted, that being Lee Trink, their CEO, they were actually talking to Epic Games themselves to try and get him unbanned. And so far, obviously, almost a year later, that's been widely unsuccessful.
This is a popular player living in a $12 million mansion who's streaming, who generates millions of dollars in streams and gaming tournaments. So that conversation.
So what I'll say is he aspires to be a professional. He wasn't signed as a professional. He was signed as a content creator. He did not make it into Fortnite World Cup, although he came really close. Look, it was brutal. It was tough. It was, but I think it's also important to be sensitive to Epic's issues. You know, do I feel like it was a bridge too far? I do. It's their decision to make, not ours. We respect their rules, but I'm sympathetic to a 17-year-old kid who doesn't cheat during a competition. I'm hopeful that with time, maybe things will change. But we support Jarvis while we don't support what he did.
Are you still having conversations with Epic? You're saying you're hopeful in time it will change. Are you guys talking to Sweeney and the team over there?
We are gently trying to continue the conversation.
And so finally, the wrap up, the final point of this video is, can this agency get Jarvis unbanned? My short answer would be no. Now, I know it's very debatable. Again, you guys are always free to disagree. We can talk this out, okay? Don't hate on me. I never thought that Jarvis deserved a lifetime ban for what he did. Maybe a lengthy ban, maybe a very, very long ban, but it does suck if you guys were in his shoes. I know we're not going to agree on everything out there, but it would suck if you were him cheating to make content and you get a lifetime ban. Meanwhile, they're competitive players that are cheating to steal money from other competitive players, and they come back weeks, maybe months later at the very, very harshest sentence. So I can understand where there'd be some sort of reasoning there to argue that Jarvis deserves to be unbanned. But it's a totally separate instance from that of Waffles, who, by the way, did not cheat. Carter Pulse, the agency, was able to fight for him because he did not cheat. He did not break the rules. Meanwhile, Jarvis publicly and intentionally broke the rules by cheating, and that's why I don't think this agency can fight on his behalf. It's really going to come down to Epic Games. If they ever have some leniency, they want to appeal to a large majority of, I would say, pro players and community people out there who do want Jarvis unbanned. Yes, there are plenty that don't want him unbanned because he cheated, and I'm not here to deal with that, but the question is, can this agency who helped other Fortnite pros get unbanned for not cheating also get Jarvis unbanned for cheating? It seems a bit of a stretch, but hey, I'm just here to talk about it, not here really to, say what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. What do you guys think about this? Until next time, though, drink that water, drink that coffee. I'll catch you guys back here sometime soon. Take care of yourselves.